To tell you the truth, I don't really have a preference. I like both equally. I think both give a different kind of feeling and allow me to do something a little bit different musically. I really don't have a preference. If you want to know which one is easiest, probably the vocal ones are easiest, because then I have less to play on guitar, so it's a bit easier, I suppose.
Okay.
But I really like to do the instrumentals as well. But the vocal ones go a little smoother, probably simply because I don't have to write so much guitar parts.
Yeah.
But I like both equally, and I like to have both on my records.
I see that some of your guest performers did help you out with the vocal melodies, the vocal lines. When you write a track with vocals, do you just play a riff and then make your guest performers come up with an idea to your riff, or do you work together?
That's the way that I like to do it. Normally, I write the song to begin with, and it's finished normally before the singer ever hears it. The final recording of the track is finished normally. So for me, it allows me to have the song the way I want it to be structurally, arrangement-wise, and then I just give it to the singer and I say, just do what you feel, in these parts, and then so it allows me to keep a little bit control of the arrangement in the song, but also to give the singer freedom to come up with something within that framework that's his own, And that's worked out great for me, man. Every singer so far has done a great job and has really taken what I've given them and lifted the level of the song up a few more notches,
Yeah. The songs on the album are quite different, and I know that a lot of people will know you from quite brutal bands like Death and Obituary and Testament.
Sure.
What kind of music do you prefer to write and play? Is that equal as well?
Well, I really like death metal quite a bit, and in fact so much that I plan to do another death metal album very soon. I'm going to do a second Disincarnate album sometime this year. But I also really love this kind of music that I'm playing on my solo albums, which I think of as kind of like a really heavy-edged kind of progressive style, I like it all. I kind of like it all pretty equally. I'm just a lover of music, and the stuff which I like, normally I like it pretty equally. I don't have much of a preference.
Okay. Will you focus mostly on your solo career now, or will you be playing with a lot of other bands besides your own career? No,
I wouldn't say so much that I'm going to focus on my solo career, no, because, it's very difficult to tour or something like that, and in fact, I'm back with Testament now, so...
Really?
Yeah. And Testament will be, for the coming year, pretty much my main focus.
Okay. Will you be like a permanent member in Testament now?
Well, I don't know that... I don't know how Eric and Chuck are thinking of it. These guys are the guys that are in charge of Testament now. They're the only original members left, and it's kind of like goes how they say, But, they asked me back to the band, and so I'm back.
Yeah.
And I'm playing on the new record, and it's going to be out sometime in the spring or early summer, something like that.
Okay. Did you have much influence on the album, the music?
Not the initial songwriting, no. Because Eric was writing the songs while I was working on Feeding the Machine.
Okay. You got a quite impressive list of guest musicians on your new album. How did you get in touch with all those great musicians?
Most of those guys I already knew them. They were friends because I worked with them as, somehow as a guitar player or as a recording engineer, because I also work as a recording engineer, mixer, producer kind of guy, and I do that also for a living. It's my second profession, so I know a lot of these guys either from playing with them as a musician or from working with them as an engineer. In fact, the only guy on the record which I didn't know before was Clark Brown from Geezer. And I just contacted him because I really love that record, Geezer Black Science, which he sings on. I think I really was impressed about his singing on there, and I knew that I wanted him to sing on my record, and then I just happened to meet one day Eric Peterson from Testament. I was visiting him, and he was playing Black Science, and I told him, man, I love this I love this singer. I want him to sing on my record. I said it to Eric, and Eric said to me, hey, man, my guitar tech is good friends with that guy. He told me so. Yeah, Eric gave me the number of his guitar tech. I called him. This guy gave me Clark Brown's number, and so I made the contact, you know. But the rest of the guys, I pretty much knew them from before, from working.
Mm. But you wrote all the material before you invited them into the studio?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said it's not easy to go on tour as a solo artist. Will you be touring at all after the release of this album?
No. Well, I have. First of all, it would be impossible to get together all the musicians who've played on it to go on the tour.
Yeah.
That would be impossible. So I'd have to find replacements who could cover many bases, you know, because you can't take 11, 12 people on tour. It's not possible, you know. So it's much too expensive, you know.
Yeah.
So I would have to find, you know, just 3 or 4 or 5 guys, you know, who could cover all the bases. And that would also be extremely difficult. And then the third point is that I'm just going to be too busy touring with Testament and then possibly with Disincarnate after I do the Disincarnate album. And I'll probably be doing some more shows with Konkhra.
Okay.
So I've got already quite a busy live schedule for '99, and I don't think I could fit in an opportunity to tour for my solo album.
Okay. A lot of guitar players releasing albums. They release albums for other guitar players. I mean, like 90% of the buyers are guitar players, or at least musicians. Do you feel that your new album is a musician's record, or is it a record
No, not at all.
Heavy metal lovers?
Yeah, it's a heavy metal lovers record for sure. Especially guys which like very hard heavy metal with a bit of a progressive edge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's most definitely a heavy metal lovers record. For sure, it has some appeal for musicians and for guitar players in particular, for sure. And I'm not sorry about that. You know, I'm glad about that. You know, so it was one of my goals. You know, but I also wanted to make a record which is accessible to people who just like good heavy music. You know.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I'm having so many songs with vocals.
I picked 2 more tracks to play, Visitors and also Epoch. Is that
okay?
Yeah. Do you have any comments on those songs?
Well, you know, Visitors was probably the most progressive edge song on the record. Has the most hard progressive edge. And I thought that John West would be the perfect singer for that, because anyone who's heard him and his band, Artention, knows that they're a very cool, progressive kind of band, and I just felt I knew that he wanted to. He expressed his interest to me to sing a song on my album, and I was very happy to have him do it. And once I wrote that song, I knew that it would be the one for him, and I just trusted him to come up with his own lyrics and melodies, and even the title and concept, he came up with it all. You know, I just gave him the song and said, "Here, do something with this," and he did just a great job, and I'm really happy about it. Epoch is the most involved instrumental from me, I think, of both albums. It's the most goes on a kind of a big journey, you know, and it's one of the reasons for the name. You know, it's like telling a story about an entire period of time, you know, for me, you know, and yeah, it's really all that I can say about it, except that it was really fun to make that song and really fun to put it together. It was a challenge to put it together, and I'm really happy with the results.